So we just hate small businesses now? Listen, I know being annoyed with small businesses isn't exactly new these days.
I cannot stand people who are just completely opposed to any attempt of class consciousness, especially small business owners.
I hate small businesses when they're like, oh my gosh, run to Target, look what they just have in stock. And then it's them putting their own merchandise in Target.
The issue with service providers nowadays is a lot of you like to operate off of the belief of like rules for thee, but not for me, right?
Not to be an asshole, but small businesses.
It's very obvious that some small businesses, not all, but some, are not doing themselves any favors and are pricing the average customer out with high prices, random service fees, and merchandise that you're going to have to pay minimum $50 for the most minimalistic 50% polyester cotton blend. I get it. I too am a victim of a $9 subpar iced matcha. And maybe the problem is you just don't like who owns the business. Whatever your qualms are with your local small business, I thought the solution was just to stop patroning the business in question. Perhaps leave a less than great review on Yelp or Google if you truly had an experience that needed to be documented for others to take heed. Turns out things have changed. People are now taking to social media to post one-sided and or fake reviews for businesses that they may or may not have been to. It does not matter if they actually had a bad experience or were just experiencing the consequences of their own actions or even lack thereof action. Somewhere out there is a influencer or a food reviewer or a despicable human being just itching, gnawing at the bone to be part of the reason a small business had to shut down. Look at this clip. And by clip, I mean the clip of me telling you to get your water. Because where is it? Tea? No, that simply won't do. Go get your water. I don't know what accent that was. Cheers. Family sit. Roll the actual clip.
Welcome to my bakery. I will have you all over social media.
You
and
are
the news.
leaving your
Don't let
bakery
yourself into my
open for
bakery.
half an
You are
hour.
the third person who let themselves in.
Oh,
Don't
really?
walk into the bakery.
So doesn't that mean that there's an
That-
issue if I'm the third person that was
Someone
that could
stole the
actually go?
cupcake. So don't
into,
walk into my
I
bakery.
don't steal. I actually
I don't know
found your
what you
Venmo.
do.
I found your Venmo.
Don't go into my
I was
bakery.
going to give you the money for
Like
the
I
order
said,
that I
don't
placed
go
this
into the
morning,
bakery.
ma'am.
And if you go in there
You
again,
came
I will
at me.
have the
You
police.
came at me
You
from
started
over
yelling
there.
at me from down the hall.
You actually
I'm not
started
gonna
yelling
let
at
you
me from down the
disrespect
hall,
me,
ma'am.
all right?
You're the one
So
being
you
loud.
No, I'm being loud
You're the
because
one
you
being
were being loud.
This is CeCe's Palace,
Yes.
customer service.
CeCe's Cupcake
I
Palace.
called this morning at 7
37
a.m.
Freehold
to
Raceway
order,
Mall.
to order
Don't let yourself
to
into my
order
bakery ever
my,
again.
my stuff for 7 o'clock.
And you didn't pay for
I
anything.
called her multiple times and she hung up on my face. I was trying to see what was going on.
My phone is in the back. I was
trying to see what was going on.
This phone is the bakery phone. It's not a cell phone. So nobody answered the phone.
Ma'am,
you're not going to sit here and lie.
You came
Nobody
out from here
and
screaming
I
at
came
me.
from lunch. I was
Screaming
not
at me saying, don't come in my bakery. Don't go in my
into the
bakery.
bakery.
Don't go in my bakery.
You were
literally
yelling at me
have a
first.
sign that says,
And you post
welcome,
your video,
come in.
and I'm a follow
It says,
up behind
welcome,
it.
come
Don't
in.
come in.
I came in to knock on the door.
You just saw the owner of CeCe's Cupcake Palace, located in Freehold, New Jersey, passionately scolding a customer about not stepping behind the counter of the bakery. If you see this clip with no context or under the context of terrible customer service, you're likely to be on the perceived customer side, citing that the business owner was unprofessional and maybe even hostile. What you're not seeing is that the owner was at lunch and there was no other staff to cover her. And there was a sign posted with something equivalent to, "We'll be back shortly." Something to that effect. Very common occurrence in businesses of the smaller variety. And this customer took it upon themselves to attempt to pack their own order that wasn't even paid for. And frankly, I don't even think an order was placed. Here is the security cam footage that the owner of the store had to release to protect themselves from the customer's false claims. In the clip that the customer posted, which of course has been deleted, this also innocent customer said she found the owner's Venmo and was gonna send her the money for an order that, again, I don't even think that she placed.
I don't steal. I actually found your Venmo. I found your Venmo.
Don't go into my
I was
bakery.
going to give you the money for
Like
the
I
order
said,
that I
don't
placed
go
this
into the
morning,
bakery.
ma'am.
How does that make sense? Stop. It doesn't. She also said she placed the order that morning, but then stated that when she attempted to place an order by calling in the morning at about 7 a.m., she was hung up on.
I called this morning at 7 a.m.
Freehold
to
Raceway Mall.
Don't
let yourself into my bakery ever again.
my stuff for 7 o'clock.
And you didn't pay for anything.
I called her multiple times and she hung up on my face.
Now, I hate when people lie. Do not lie.
So if you were hung up on, you couldn't have placed your order, right? I checked to see if there was a way to order from CeCe's Cupcake Palace online, and according to my research, you can only order online via DoorDash. CeCe's Cupcake Palace doesn't have a dedicated website, so unless they're accepting orders via social media DMs, which I imagine likely not since they have a storefront, the lady did not place an order. In that same video, the business owner also explained that the phone to the bakery is a landline located in the back of a store. It's not a cell phone that the owner keeps on her person.
Trying to see what was going
my
on.
My phone is in the back. I
was trying to see what was going on.
This phone is the bakery phone. It's not a cell phone. So nobody answered the phone.
Ma'am,
you're not going to sit here and lie.
Since the bakery opens between 10 and 11 a.m. every single day, even if the owner gets there a couple hours beforehand to open the store, so around 8 a.m., if this woman called at or around 7 a.m., there was no one available to pick up the phone, let alone hang up on her.
So you're lying. What are we lying for?
If you were embarrassed because you got caught trespassing, just walk away. You're lucky she didn't call the authorities. Where are the mall cops? Even if she hadn't completely fabricated the reason for her going behind the counter, it's still not okay to do what she did. In the footage, you can see that she's touching all kind of stuff, breaking who knows what health codes. That is insane. There's all types of viruses floating around right now, and you're going around touching packaging that handles food and supplies.
Lock them up.
I thought the business owner's reaction was pretty tame, and I thought that she remained pretty calm, especially because this woman was lying right to her face while recording her. And she even mentioned that the store was previously robbed before. So I don't think the business owner overreacted in this situation at all. I actually find it very sad that the business owner had to come online and prove that she wasn't the aggressor in this situation. Apparently, proving that people are lying about their business is something that business owners have to get used to. Not too long ago, the owner of Kawaii Cafe out of West Village, New York, had to come online and let people know that a review posted by a content creator influencer by the name of Jet regarding a drink from Kawaii Cafe was fake. Here's a snippet of the review because, of course, the creator that posted it deleted it along with their entire account.
Wow, this is really horrible. It's like a sugar bomb in my mouth, and there's no coffee flavor.
I don't know if it's because they weren't a very big creator or if it's because they had the resources to pull the clip in its entirety from the internet, but I couldn't find the full clip anywhere, not even on Reddit. So well played, Jet.
Well played.
I do remember seeing the full clip though. She just goes on and on about how terrible the coffee was and proceeds to rate it like a -4 out of 10 or something like that. And in the video, you can see that she's holding a cup of coffee, but that cup of coffee that she's holding and drinking and reviewing is not from Kawaii Cafe.
What you out here being messy for?
As a matter of fact, Jet never stepped foot in that cafe, according to the owner.
So we don't look for drama, we don't creating drama, but drama finds us somehow. So let me do this explanation video one time and also final, and we move on from this. So the main character of the story today is this girl. She claimed that she bought a drink from a Kawaii Cafe and somehow it's horrible. And all the feedback are welcome. Either it's good or either it's bad. There's always room for improvement. And of course, we love to listen to our customer, but it's got to be real. Immediately, I realized that's the cup and the designs and the coffee look like, and everything does not match with our cup. However, I still go to camera footage, POS system to find the transaction that have anything to do with her, the side of her inside the store, even though I'm 99 sure she not got the drink from us. I digging everything, every images, I searching for the staff that work on that shift that's in her video and everything, and I find nothing of her, the sign of her to be physically inside the store. So she filming the inside of the store by standing outside. She bought a drink from somewhere else and pretend to be like bought it from us and give us the review. Here is the drink that she claimed this is from us. Let me show you guys. If you ever be inside my store and you bought anything from us, we have a different shape of cup and we have a mascot, a Frenchie on the front. We don't carry black straw. We also don't have a black sleeve. So if you're looking back into the back of the drink, you can see a little bit of black sleeve with like peeking out, and it's also not from us. This one at least 20 or 24 ounce and only carries 16 ounce for iced coffee and 12 ounce for hot coffee. So this is our cup, the lid, the sign, the shape. This is how our cup look like. Yeah, so that is the story, and I don't know what our main character Girly Pop want to do, but I hope this is the first time, also the last time, Kawaii team, including me and my staff, working very hard to make sure we're serving the best drink to our customer and we value our customer. I just don't want any false information or false accusations out there.
The response from the owner went viral, of course, because this is absolutely absurd. What do you mean you posted a fake review about a place you did not visit? Especially because you had coffee right there in your hand and perhaps could have reviewed that. I mean, maybe, I guess she could have made this coffee at home and then came up with this whole elaborate plan to review this fake cup of coffee that she put in this random cup. But I imagine that she got that coffee from somewhere, and so did a bunch of people, because a whole investigation was launched by the internet to figure out what was the actual coffee that she was holding, because maybe wherever she got the coffee from that was in the actual video paid her to post a negative review about Kawaii Cafe. No one does conspiracy theories like the internet, and we love a good conspiracy theory, right? So after a thorough investigation, the internet concluded that the cup and straw that she was holding was most likely from Blackstone Coffee, a coffee shop within a pretty decent vicinity of Kawaii Cafe. This theory spread so far and wide on the internet that Blackstone Coffee had to start leaving comments on people's videos and posts clarifying that they are in no way affiliated with Jet. It was a mess, and if I had caused this chaos, I too would have deleted my entire account. Alas, there were still Jet defenders in the comments telling people to take their post down because they don't have the full story. Before deleting her post, Jet had provided a perfectly good explanation for all of this. Delete. You don't have the full story. She had an explanation video up for like 1 second. She had Kawaii Cafe a couple of days before filming, but off camera. She reenacted the review, but with the coffee she had in hand on the day she decided to film. Right. Jet, is that you?
No, sir. Not me.
And if you thought it's only the food industry being attacked by these self-proclaimed victims of bad service, well, let me tell you, you're wrong.
Just went to go get my hair cut. My hair's not cut. And I will be writing a 1-star review for this place. Thank you very much. I love LA.
The hairdresser must have been a despicable piece of dung. Tell us what happened to girl who was crying.
Hey, girl that was crying is back to give you a real explanation this time. The reason I haven't yet is I just wasn't sure if that was something that was worth it for me, especially now that I know people have seen me crying. And also, it's not a quick explanation, and most of you are going to hear the first part and be like, you're the problem, and then they're going to leave. So to anyone that actually wants to hear what happened and you stick around for like the whole story, this is for you. It's going to be a little long, so buckle up. Essentially, I had this appointment booked about like a month in advance. If you live in LA, I'm sure you know it's not easy to find a hairdresser, and it's not necessarily something that you can just book day of. And, you know, I thought I did my research. I thought I found a place that I was, you know, gonna be really excited to go get my hair cut at. 1 second. The day of the appointment comes around, and I get in my car, I put in the place, and it says 11:04 is my ETA. My appointment was at 11.
I know you said that most people were going to hear the first part say it's your fault and then like move on, but your GPS told you that you were going to be late. Like you're already running late, which, I mean, less than 5 minutes late, still late, but in my book, personally acceptable, but you're already late.
But I know that it's rude to be late, even if it's like just a little bit. And I am really good about not being late, and it makes me really anxious because I had a mom growing up who was late to everything. You know how it is. And so I call, and she doesn't answer, and she calls me back once I'm on the highway. But before I get on the highway, if you live in LA, you know, there's this stupid series of lights to get on the highway, and essentially I was stuck at the light for 5 light cycles. I'm not even kidding. And I did not move maybe a car's length. and my ETA went up to 11:10. And like, what the fuck am I gonna do in that situation? Be an asshole and cut in front of everyone else like everyone else is doing, and then sit in the intersection and get honked at? No. The only option was just to sit there, really. Like, how else am I gonna get there? I have to go on the highway. And of course, there's also highway closures. And so she calls me back. My ETA still says 11:10. And, I tell her I'm doing my best to get there on time.
You were already late when you left the house.
And that, I'm afraid that the ETA might go up a little bit more because the traffic was like really bad. When you're on maps and it says like police reported ahead, are they still there? That happened 4 times too. Like, everything that could have happened to stop me from getting there on time did happen. I wish I had gotten in my car a few minutes earlier if I knew that was going to be the case. I thought I had enough time.
If you live in LA and you know what LA is like, it sounds like you should have left 30 minutes early.
Anyways, she's like, well, we have the 15-minute grace period, and I have another client at 12:30, and she's just like explaining it to me, and then she says that they're in a mall. And I didn't know they were in a mall.
But you said you did your research.
I need to calm down. Everything's fine.
What happened to the research you said you did? By research, did you just mean like you looked at reviews? What research could have possibly been done if you didn't check how far they were from you beforehand, didn't know they were in a mall?
And so, of course, now that means I have to park my car in a parking garage and like haul ass across the mall. So that makes it even worse. I'm nervous.
So then why didn't you just reschedule? Once you realize you barely had even made it on the freeway and your ETA has gone up, I know you have to wait a month, but either cancel or reschedule. One or the other.
But we hang up the call and she's like, just make it here within the 15-minute grace period. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can do that, right? And so I get there. I park my car at 11:12 in the parking garage because also Amtrak, like there was literally a train that came by as well. Like, I'm not making this up, okay? And I park my car in the parking garage. I run in heels.
That's just your fault. If the hair appointment is that important, take the heels off. We're barefoot in the mall, sprinting to the location.
And I'm sick, okay? And the elevator out of the parking garage doesn't work. I stand there for what feels like 2 minutes, and I'm like, F this. And so then I just run across the parking garage, and I call her again when I get out into the mall. It's a stupid outdoor mall with businesses all over the place, ups and downs, turns, and everything. And I'm on the phone with her, like, trying to figure out where she is. So I literally have the timestamps, by the way, okay? And I end up running into there right at 11:15, and she pokes her head out and, like, says, like, Lisa? And I'm like, yeah. And so I swear to God, at the latest, it was 11:16 that I was in her chair. At the very latest, okay? Not that that matters, you would think, but it does. And so she sits me down in her chair, offers me water, brushes my hair, asks me what I want. I show her the inspo picture. The vibes are like, and like, just not great customer service, right? And then she's like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I can cut your hair in an hour 15. And then she says that, like, she doesn't want to rush it and, like, do a bad job, which is fair. And then she's like, and that's not fair to my other client at 12:30. I don't know what to say to that. Like, I come from Wisconsin. Maybe things are just different here in California, which is why I said I love LA, because this would only happen in a city like LA. In Wisconsin, like I said, my mom is late to everything. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's like it should be this way, but I swear to God, people are late for hair appointments all the time, or even if they're on time, sometimes it goes over, and the next person just sits there and waits for a few minutes, and it's like not a big deal, right? And so she says, I'm going to have you come back tomorrow. And my head's down at this point because I know that she's not going to do my hair. Like, I'm getting upset. And so I'm just looking down at my lap like this, because I don't want her to see me getting upset. And then she asks, like, oh, are you free tomorrow? And I say no. And then she asks, like, what about any other day this week? Like, weekend, because it was Wednesday. And I said to her, today is my only day off, because it was my only day off.
Do you work 24 hours? I mean...
And I was going to make a whole day out of it. Like, if you're a girl, you understand. I was going to go get my hair cut. It was early in the day. And then I was going to walk around Pasadena, go get coffee, go shopping. Like, it was going to be a good day. And then I don't remember what happened, if there was something else that was exchanged. Like, I'm emotional, And so in my memory, she just says, okay. Or, like, she just says something. Like, she doesn't really say anything. And so I say, okay, thank you. And I get up and leave, and she doesn't say anything else, and I just immediately start crying because I haven't gotten a haircut, a professional haircut, in over a year, and I just really needed this haircut. Like, my hair isn't bad. Thank you to everyone who's like, oh, you still look cute. It's so bottom heavy. I don't have any layers. Like, this is just my hair if I came out of the womb and like grew it plus some bangs.
And what's wrong with that? What are we talking about?
Okay, and then I left a review and they responded and then deleted it. And they said that I showed up at 11:20, which is not true because I texted my friend at 11:20 after I had been essentially kicked out and said, I'm not getting my haircut, I'm crying. Like, I texted them at 11:20 and said, like, I'm not getting my haircut. So that's the story. And fuck that hair salon. I think that lady needs to work on her customer service. And also, like, I would have tipped her amazingly. I understand that I should have been better about my time management and I could have been there earlier. And you know what? That would have reflected in my tip. And so she didn't get my money, and I'm glad at the end of the day that I didn't get my hair cut by her. But yeah, you ruined my fucking day off, and I wish I didn't let you, but you did. So f you, Strand of Soul in Pasadena. Weird as f that you deleted the response to my review too. You're weird.
Lisa, was it? Yeah. I see how that was completely your fault. It was a pretty bad video. I see why you deleted it. Good thing the hairdresser didn't see it.
Hi, I'm Madeline, and I am the hairstylist that this whole drama is about. There's this video and another video where she says F my business and F me. You can watch that and get the gist, but basically she was more than 15 minutes late to her appointment. I do give a 15-minute grace period. She wanted a very textured, layered haircut. I'm very detailed oriented. I don't like to rush, just like her. Rushing and being late gives me anxiety. I really hold my clients to come on time, and because of that, I hold myself accountable and I am on time. And I just feel like the door has to swing both ways, and unfortunately this was just me sticking true to my boundaries. Doing hair can be hard, and doing that can be hard. If you're a hairstylist, you completely understand that. I'm really not coming on here to bash Lisa. I genuinely feel very bad for her. Anyone that feels comfortable crying on the internet or posting a bad Google review of them crying, I really feel like there's a deeper issue there, and beyond a haircut, beyond someone saying no to you, like, there's a deeper issue that she has to deal with. And I truly do wish her the best.
Yikes. When your sworn enemy publicly wishes you the best, you gotta pack it up.
I just really wanted to make this video to say thank you to all of the people that are sticking up for me and showing me support. I'm a very private person, and marketing my business on the internet has been very intimidating for me and has pushed me to really step out of my comfort zone. And although it has done numbers for my business, I am a hairstylist. I work 6 days a week. I only take Mondays off, and I work anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. So I don't schedule lunches. That's why I really value my time and I value your time, because it can really throw my whole day off, and I believe in giving you quality work. And if I'm thrown off, your haircut is thrown off and my work isn't as good. So I really try to give my clients the best quality as I could possibly get and be transparent. I really just wanted to say thank you to anyone that has left a good review on our business account, anyone that has said something nice about me. Thank you so much. I really believe in the power of kindness. Like, being a kind person and, seeing people as people. Like, sometimes we have days and people fuck up our coffee order. There's hair in our fucking food. At the end of the day, someone's showing up, doing a job, and just respect one another, you know? I just wanted to say thank you. And that's it. I love you guys and have a great day.
I'm glad the hairdresser stood up for herself. The response was basically the definition of kill them with kindness. But still, business owners shouldn't have their entire livelihood jeopardized in the name of content or self-righteousness, especially during like the third economic downturn we're all trying to live through. So if you don't like a business, just don't go there. Or at least don't lie. Yeah, that's the video. What are your thoughts? Do you support small businesses? Are they getting out of hand? Do you agree with any of the people in the video today? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you have the time. Love you. Cheers. I mean, if you want a business to lie on, Arby's is right there.